Imagine this moment. Everything you've ever known begins to feel different. The familiar routines, the patterns you've lived by, even the relationships you've built, they all start to feel like they're shifting. But it's not something you can see or even explain. It's deeper, more profound. It's as if a current of energy is moving beneath the surface of your life, shifting everything in ways that are both exciting and unnerving. You're not the same person you were yesterday, and you know you can't go back to who you used to be. This is the beginning of your spiritual awakening. It's a moment of profound transformation, beautiful and yet terrifying. You start to see through the illusions you've lived by, the roles, the expectations, the societal norms that once seemed so certain. And now there's a pull towards something greater, something more aligned with who you truly are. But growth requires letting go. It means releasing what no longer serves you, even if it's familiar, even if it's comfortable. And that's not easy. I've been there. I felt the fear of stepping away from the known, the weight of uncertainty, and the question, what's next? This is where the 7 simple shifts come in. They aren't just steps or ideas, they're a lifeline. They're the tools that help you navigate this transition with clarity and grace. They help you move out of the exhausting cycle of striving, fixing, and chasing into a life that flows naturally, a life where you feel fully connected to who you are and what you're here to do. When I first began to understand these shifts, they didn't come to me as a whole. They arrived slowly, one by one. Through moments of deep reflection, dreams, and teachings I found myself sharing with others. It wasn't until later that I realized these shifts were being channeled through me by the 7, a group of higher dimensional beings who have been guiding this work ever since. One of the first things the shifts helped me recognize was the need to release the constant search for external validation. Think about how much of our lives are spent trying to gain approval, whether it's through the opinions of others, the likes and comments on social media, or the roles we play to fit in. But the truth is, your worth isn't something anyone else can define. It's already within you, waiting to be rediscovered. And then there's the attachment to material things, how we equate success with what we own, what we've achieved. The 7 simple shifts help you see that true abundance isn't about the things you accumulate, it's about the richness of your inner world. It's about living with intention, finding joy in the simplest of moments, and knowing that who you are is more than enough. The need for control is another area the shifts transform. We've been conditioned to believe that control keeps us safe, that if we can just manage everything, we'll find happiness. But control is an illusion, and the harder we hold on, the more life resists us. The shifts teach you to surrender, not in a way that feels passive, but in a way that allows you to flow with life instead of fighting against it. As your awareness deepens, you'll also begin to see which relationships lift you up and which ones hold you back. This isn't about judgment, it's about clarity. Some connections serve us for a time and others teach us when it's time to move on. Through the shifts, you'll learn to nurture relationships that align with your highest self, while gently releasing those that no longer do. Perhaps the most profound shift is the one that invites you to embrace your authentic self, fully and unapologetically. So much of life pressures us to conform, to hide who we are, to fit in. But living authentically isn't just freeing, it's transformative. When you live in alignment with your truth, you draw in the opportunities, relationships, and experiences that truly resonate with you. And as you continue this journey, something incredible happens. You begin to release the fear of the unknown, the fear of what's next, even the fear of death itself. You start to trust that life is unfolding exactly as it should. You find peace in knowing that your true essence is eternal, that you're part of something far greater than you can imagine. This is the power of the 7 simple shifts. They're not about fixing what feels broken. They're about helping you remember the wholeness that has always been within you. They're not about imposing a rigid framework or telling you who to be. They're about guiding you to discover that for yourself. This is why we've created Awaken, Transcend, Remember. Over 7 weeks, we'll dive deeply into these shifts together. Through live sessions, supporting videos, workbooks, and the collective energy of the group, you'll not only learn these principles, you'll embody them. You'll feel the changes, not just in how you think, but in how you live. This isn't about theory or concepts. It's about creating a life that feels aligned, purposeful, and deeply fulfilling. A life that flows with ease, even when challenges arise. You're here because something inside you knows it's time for a change. Something inside you knows you're ready to step into the next chapter of your journey. The invitation is here. All you have to do is take the next step. Are you ready?